Our friends at Tennessee American Water Company have been serving our communities for over 130 years, doing one thing and doing it very well. They're celebrating with a very special event called Waterfest, and Matt Tudor is here. He's a senior safety specialist with Tennessee American Water. Matt, good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Chuck.
All right, Waterfest is coming up. Give us an overview of what Waterfest is. I know somebody from Tennessee American came and talked to us about this last year. Such a great response, you decided to do it again.
That's correct. So our external affairs manager, Daphne Kirksey, came on last year and kind of gave an overview of what we were going to do. Now, that was our first year doing the event.
Right.
We expected to have between 200 and 250 people attend. We almost tripled that number.
Yeah.
So we found ourselves kind of in a spot. We had to go and get a little more food. We had to make some different parking arrangements and things like that. It seemed very convenient this year. Actually, Daphne is out on vacation when it came time to come and pitch everything to the media. So I seemed to get roped into coming in and talk with you this morning. But I'm glad to be here.
What's going to be involved in the Waterfest #2?
Well, it's going to be a lot of what we had last year, what we found to be successful. Free food, free drinks. We're going to have a lot of different people from the community out. We'll have YMCA is going to come with an aquaponics system, which kind of is a thought experiment that shows how the natural habitat brings in different species and things like that, and how water gets treated naturally, which is kind of an interesting thing. We have a lot of different sponsors this year. Stowers Machinery from Highway 153 is going to come and cook our food again for us this year. One of the biggest things that was popular
Do I get to
last
drive one of their big trucks if they bring them out?
You can touch the truck.
That's going to be the beautiful thing.
You can touch the truck. That's we're going to have a few different people out with touch a truck. We'll have our trucks there. We'll have some backhoes and some track hoes and things from Stowers that are going to provide. They'll be able to come out and kind of hang out on those machines. Now, one of the big things that was really popular last year, that was more popular than we anticipated, was actually the tour of our water treatment plant.
Really?
Yeah. So one of the things that we ask, first of all, if people do plan on coming in and taking a tour of the water treatment plant, the number one thing is we ask that they wear closed-toed shoes. That's, as a safety professional,
Sure.
Obviously, we want to make sure that people come visit and leave the same way they came from a health and safety perspective. But it's very interesting to see not only where our water comes from the natural source, but to see and kind of understand from a layman's perspective of how kind of we treat that water, how we store that water, and then how we distribute it out to people in the Chattanooga area.
And part of what you're going to be doing, taking this educational edge a little bit further, is water is probably our second most precious natural resource next to the kids. And a lot of people haphazardly just waste water. They don't give a thought to where it comes from and where it goes after it leaves the house. You guys are kind of close that circle altogether.
We always try to close that loop with our customers and kind of give them some water conservation tips. And there's a lot of different things out there. A simple Google search will give you an idea. And it's stuff that a lot of us heard in grade school. You know, don't leave the water running while you're brushing your teeth. If you're rinsing your hands, turn the water off while you're scrubbing, turn it back on when you wash the soap off and things like that. So there are a lot of good tips out there. We'll be sure to try to educate the community as best we can regarding those as well.
And you may think that if I just do those two little things, it's not going to help a whole lot. But if all of us did it, it would help a tremendous amount.
That is absolutely correct. And in Chattanooga, we serve around 400,000 units of our population. So if you think if each person saves 1 to 2 gallons of water a day in aggregate over a course of a month or course of a year, then we're really putting the conservation in there.
And water's one of those things you expect to have. You don't give it a second thought, and that's part of the problem. You turn on the faucet, and there it is, and only when there's a problem do people really stop to think, hey, what have I done, or more importantly, what could I be doing? All right, give us the specifics on this. When is Waterfest #2 coming up?
That's going to be next Thursday. It's going to be August 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m.
Right.
If you would like to attend, we encourage everybody from our community to come out. Parking is going to be over at the Chattanooga School for Arts and Sciences, CASS, over off 3rd Street.
Right.
We're going to have buses shuttling people from there to our facility over off Will Street, just behind Erlanger Hospital.
Check it out. It is coming up a week from Thursday. If you'd like more details, check out the website, TennesseeAmericanWater.com. Stick around. There is